Hi YouTube. I thought I'd shoot the breeze while my dishes are washing. And if my pump comes on, it's a lot louder than my last one. We still have some work to do on it. We're actually going to put another pump or another pipe with a T that comes up with a cistern pump, a hand pump on top of a workbench that I've got. And then just have it ready. If the power goes out, then I still have water. So with a special valve that keeps its prime. We already got that. So that's nice, you know. Important. So anyway, it's noisy. I'll talk over it. I think it might come on one more time. My dishes are almost done, but I thought, well, I'll just give me 1 second. I have you sitting on the other side of my cigarettes. So, okay. So anyway, yeah, a lot going on today. I popped in on a live stream. I used to watch a guy named Richard Avery, 007. He's originally from England, but is over in the Canary Islands. I think he's kind of like stuck. But with all this crap going on in the world, he used to have a good job where he enjoyed playing his music, and now he's pretty much stuck on the internet trying. He feels like he's begging, although he's not, because he's an excellent artist. His fingers got sore today. I suggested super glue. That's what I do when the strings hurt, when you're playing guitar. But and I was thinking, there's this stuff called New Skin, N-U, and then the word skin, and it's like a liquid bandage. I was wondering if that stuff would work because I'm allergic to metal and I'm allergic to plastics and nylon, so it doesn't matter really. I suppose if I got platinum strings, which I'm not allergic to platinum, and sterling silver, yeah, those two things. So, but it's like I can't wait for my granddaughters and their mom to see some of my jewelry. It's like I have some for you when you guys get here and we'll go through it. Because I can't wear it, and I'd rather see you enjoy it anyway. I don't really. The only things I like really is I've got little diamond earrings I wear once in a while, and I've got some pearls I love. I gave my pearl, or did I? Yeah, I've got some pearl earrings, but I gave some pearl earrings to my stepdaughter, and I'm going to give the pearls to her to go with them someday. But she wore them when she got married. It was one tiny pearl and then a drop pearl with gold. She does look so beautiful, just like a princess. It was like a fairy tale wedding for real. Really pretty. But anyway, I popped in on this live stream and said hi to a couple friends that didn't really say hi back, and I'm like, well, okay then, because this guy used to ask me a lot of questions, and it was right after, like, first I broke my toes, then my shoulder and my arm. I had a stroke. I had an operation on my nose. You guys have heard it all before. Blah 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 blah. One thing right after another. No bullshit. And so these questions I was getting were like really deep and like just like overwhelming. And he wasn't the only one asking me these questions. And I kind of was just out making friends and trying to get the word out of the agendas that were going on. But I didn't realize that it would be that heavy. Well, I kind of did, but I knew that I had to speak up on things that were going on in this world because older people should. You should get out here, and no matter what your age, either reach your age group. I mean, I listen to a lot of younger people. I don't think anyone's much older. They might be. But even like Lionel Nation, I listen to him occasionally. He's like 9 months younger than me. So, and I used to have a problem listening to the younger, and I used to have a problem listening to the elderly. I mean, I would go into the retirement homes when I was a kid, even on my way home from Sunday school. I'd stop in and play bingo with them or whatever, you know. Read the newspaper. That was a big one for this one lady. And a guy, he would sit there too, and I'd read like the front page for him and just visit. They loved it. When you get lonely and stuff. I honestly got to say, I'm not majorly lonely and needy in my life because I am kind of a loner. I mean, I like to socialize, but not a whole bunch, you know. And even like when family's around, I end up like kicking it by myself a lot and then popping in and just laughing tell a couple jokes and hit the road again. No, really, I do. I do. I'm just kind of like that. So even my neighbors, my best neighbors, I've told you, are the ones I rarely see. And we respect each other. That's why we live out here. We want to be left alone. You know, I want friends. She wants friends. We are friends. We're the best friends because we know how to treat each other with respect like that. So it's not that when friends pop over or something, or when I go somewhere that I'm not welcome, because it's not like that at all. It's just the opposite, but it isn't like city people, like they got their favorite bar or whatever. We're not like that up around here, you know. So, well, some are, but not my immediate neighbors. So anyway, I was gonna say 007 could use some if anybody's got some money that they don't need, because he's to the point where he's 2 months behind in his rent, and he really does work for a living. You can go listen to his music; is excellent. And I'm not too sure, and it's DOUBLE 0H and the number 7, I do believe. It's on my Facebook too if you want to go check it out. And so beyond that, I don't know if I'm really going to be talking to or about. I mean, I went and privately messaged him, and I asked him for forgiveness for the my lack of being able to address situations maybe like they should have been back in them days. And he either accepts it because he was pissed. In return, I wasn't really pissed. I was more hurt because he wasn't understanding. And he is a younger gentleman, so hopefully, if he doesn't see this, our God will go into his heart and tell him that I am really one of the best friends in the world, and that's all I am about with everybody. So we'll just see how that goes. So that was made me a little sad today, but then I thought, well, I do have a lot of people that love me, and I'm fortunate for them. And I don't know. That's all I can say. If there's people that have friendships with other people and you're ashamed of me or I'm getting in the way, I'm backing off and I'll be silent. And you don't deserve me, you know. And the help I have given, that um, I don't need the recognition for it, but the appreciation just to say hi to a person, that type of thing. It's like, okay. I mean, no, I don't respect my elders either, you know, but you should. But anyway, enough of that. So, um, if my family and friends that love me are watching, which I know you are, hi. So I'm feeling a little better. I decided, well, I'll get on here and that'll help. At least I can say what's on my mind and what I'm feeling, and you know. And my oldest granddaughter liked this shirt, so I decided to wear it. It's like, hi, honeys. She had on a really beautiful shirt when we were video chatting. It was white with like pastel colored flowers, but the pink and light blues and yellow is light green, and really, really beautiful shirt with like daisy type flowers on there, colorful. So more like echinaceas, if you know what they are. They're like a daisy type, but they can come in different colors like that. So anyway, I almost shared a video but didn't, of wild lettuce that we have around here. People that maybe in Montana and maybe in North Dakota for you guys. In Texas, I don't think so, but maybe I could be wrong out in the hill country. But the wild lettuce looks like a jagged, uh, about that big, that long of a leaf, and it looks like a jagged, um, well, it's hard to describe. It has like teardrops going down, and it's a rather skinny leaf, about 4 inches long in our state. Well, anyway, you can make an extract out of the liquid that is in there. It's a kind of like a white liquid, and I'm sure my kids will remember this plant. But it's been likened to morphine, only it's natural and you don't get addicted. So, like if times were rough and hard, um, I literally have that plant all the way around me. I've got things like witch hazel to make astringents for wounds. Um, all kind. I could go on and on. So, I mean, knowing my plants are in my area, I've told people I can't stress this enough. Find out what's around your area that might help you, because I do not trust these people, and anything they can do to us, I know they're going to try and do. It's like, so nah, and they will, trust me. They'll do whatever they can get away with. If people like me get out here and we're a little bit pushing back, it's like, oh yeah, you want to come on my property, is that right? And all my neighbors feel the same way. It's like, try it and see what happens, because there is not enough of them. And I don't see it coming down to that. That's what they hope for. Eventually, someday, it may get like that with all the sickness and all the stuff they're doing to people's foods and everything they're doing to us from every angle. It's like, human beings don't stand a chance. It's a good thing our souls live on, because this flesh shit sucks, for real. You know, I can deal with love if it doesn't hurt. this is not cool. So anyway, so I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing a little bit better. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. Oh, hmm. A lot going on Facebook for real, but a lot of the same old political stuff and a lot of the same old stuff about the agendas. I'd I'd like to hear people say more. Like there's this one friend, Timothy Freeman. If you're watching, your poetry rocks. Some of it's a little odd, but it's a little younger generation than me. So some of them things it's like, ew, dude. Okay, but then I carry on with the rest of the poem. It's like this shit's good, man, really good. And so, but more people, I'm wishing they'd just get out there and just start speaking their souls, to everybody else, So maybe they will. I'm sure some are trying very hard. Also, you know, hey, you can start in the littlest ways. Could be heartbreaking, could be in a store. I mean, it doesn't take much to, if you're a sensitive person, it really doesn't take much to hurt your feelings. But if it's multitudes, all the time, all at once, that gets difficult. But just walking into a store and smiling at somebody, sometimes people will freak out at me, like, I'll go, and I'll go, what? Like, you're smiling at me? I'll smile again and they'll be like, it's like, okay, loosen up a little bit and then you'll be there, you know? So, but yeah, it used to really bother me. It would really hurt my feelings. And then I just, oh, I mean, it does still. But walk out the door and get snubbed by the neighbor lady and her children, all daughters, like my three granddaughters, and their mom only, they aren't, well, they lost their cat before Thanksgiving. I took care of this thing, a little baby, and they just got it back a few weeks ago. And then their dog comes up here. I've got an injured cat that's an outdoor one, and he can't run. And we don't know if this dog injured it or what, but so we had a few issues. So I walk out my back door, and they're right out my back door, which they got 80 acres to go away, you know. But no, I love, there's other little girls like up on the hill across from me, and I can hear them out playing and laughing. And there used to be two little boys that lived there and grew up, and they moved away. And so, I mean, I love to hear the kids. These ones don't laugh much, though. Hope maybe they don't have a lot to laugh about. But anyway, hopefully they'll start giggling and all that. So, but anyway, they got their kitty back. I advertised it in a couple spots, and she wrote me. The girls were so happy to get her. Her name was Emily. I was calling it Tippy Toes and something else. Doug was calling Q. Doug was calling it Q. I started Cutie Pie. So yeah, it was a little cutie. But the one I got out here now, well, there's two. One I call Big Butt, and the other is White Boy. I think they're both boys. White Boy's got 6 toes on the front. He does have some black on him too, but he's predominantly white. And Big Butt's mostly black with some white, but his left back foot was just like broken, hanging there from the one joint like that when he ran. It was like sickening. So I went over by the water tank and I took some stumps of wood and made steps up to the tank so he didn't have to reach to try and drink. Poor little thing. And he did use it. I could see his paw prints in the snow. And I put him inside a building with the doghouse in there and this much bedding, like he can sink down in it, and then covered it and made a door and put food out there for him. And so, yeah, so I can't have no dogs coming around and chasing him because he needs to heal before the bugs come out. Otherwise, if he gets maggots, he might die. So, anyway, so I've been taking care of them all winter. We always say we're not gonna, and then we end up, and then one year we had like about 6 or 8 of them that would go in this old truck, and that we had first up front, and then we took it out back, and they would get up through the floor in a real old truck, old Studebaker in the 40s, I think like a 46 or something. But and it's still there as a matter of fact. But anyway, oh, speaking of trucks, there's something to talk about. We have this 55, yes, it is a 55 Ford short box on airbags that can be lowered or higher, that type of thing. And so Doug was cleaning it up. We found this Volkswagen we're going to trade it for that had been in Hot Rod magazine. It's like yellow with flames on it, roll cage inside, 4-point roll cage, motors all been redone, hopped up this, that, whatever, suspension, all this good stuff. Hell of a car, like a $10,000 paint job on it alone. And we decided, well, the guy come to look at the truck. We were going to make a trade today. And Doug was in the last couple days shining up the truck and uh, putting some fresh paint in the, and just, well, we got, he went almost all the way to North Dakota to get these running boards for it that are maple. And the whole dash inside, it's all done with the woodwork, and it's a beautiful truck. So he's out there working on this truck for a couple days. And one day we were like 3 o'clock in the morning till we got settled in, you know. And last night was about, oh, maybe 2 or 3 again somewhere. But it was late. And then the guy came up early this morning. But Doug was like, now he's thinking, just sell your um, Volkswagen and come back and buy the truck, or he just wants to keep it. And I had a feeling if he goes to put them running boards on, and they're so beautiful on that little short box, and it's going to be so cute, and it starts right up just like boom. It'd been sitting for a while, but he starts it to keep it maintained and moves it around and all that. So he gave it a bath and give it some paint and you know, babied it, cleaned the inside real good, detailed it, and got all the windows done and cleaned up and everything shiny. He's like, I don't want to let it go now, and I knew that was going to happen. But we both love the truck anyway. But we do have our little hot rod, and we don't really need it, but we didn't need another car that needs to be stored, especially with expensive paint job. It needs to be in a heated shop the whole time, and we've got a customer car in there, and that truck now, but did have another Chevy pickup that we have for a spare. A couple of them we keep them running around, just keep them so we can cut. And like if something needs to be done on it, we'll have the part just sitting there, so it's like if one thing goes down, we'll just jump into another, but never getting rid of our hot rod. And we've got a 5 window coupe too that we're slowly working on, but won't take much to shove this giant Ford motor we've got in it. It's a 460, if you can imagine. So, in a 5 window coupe, 33. So, that's undergoing transformation. So, slowly but surely, and I don't care if that used to be my favorite car, but now all I really want is I had a Jeep Wrangler. I just want another Jeep back where I can, with the hard top, where I can take the top off and maybe the soft top too, but definitely the hard one. So, yep. So that's what's been going on around here. Still have to get more hay on my horse's mound, but that's another day. And then I want to pick out some really beautiful flowers, some wild flowers, but some other ones like maybe some perennials that'll come up like tulips, or I love tulips. Um, and grape hyacinths are so cool and they smell so good. I'll probably I have lily of the valleys I'll put over there. They're really small, but they used to make a perfume when I was a kid called Lily of the Valley. It was one of my favorite scents. My very favorite, I think, is what is it? It's a Hawaiian white ginger. They use the flowers off of that. Is the most beautiful scent. And then second, I love jasmine, and then rose. I've got pink roses that are just amazing. Lilacs. They go. I guess the lilacs and the roses, I would have a hard time picking between them two. But anyway, well, that's about all that's on my mind. I just thought I'd say hello, and I've got to really pray about I mean, if people aren't talking to me, how stupid am I to want to talk to them? You know, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know, that type of thing. I lived my whole life like that. I guess that's what kind of cinches it too, that I gotta stop being such a dumbass like that, you know. And not everybody's gonna want to be open and loving or whatever their reason. It's not my problem, but I gotta distance myself from it. It's like I say, if I'm not appreciated, I'll stay silent, stay back, you know, and shut the hell up. And likewise, I wouldn't want to hear any more of what anybody's got to say. So I have shared some people in the past that you probably won't see me sharing or recommending. And one, I'll say it flat out, is Robin's Hood. I'm considering, I mean, it doesn't matter. I still wish him the best in life, you know, same with 007, whatever. But he's talking a lot about what Jonathan Kleck, another channel analyzing scripture, is doing. And he's calling it the dual system, like the good, the bad, the up, the down, the male, the female. But what he's leaving out and what they're trying to ace out is the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, and that in our blood, and how Christ works, and the female's role in any friendship like that anyway. So when that's kind of silenced and put on hold, that's kind of like silencing the book that was open, because I got a lot to say, and I say it in a different way than what a man would, or many women for that matter. So, yeah, I gotta pray about it. So, wish me the best. So, I've done this a lot in my life, and I usually end up just like once it's over, it's over. You know, it's like I could stick it out about 4 more years around here. Well, it would be 3, and I would get more for Social Security than if I signed up for it now. But I can't handle it that much longer. I'm pretty sure. I either gonna get a little place down by the creek by myself, but then I could still be bothered, you know. So it's just a matter of being harassed when there's no need to harass me, because I'm not like that. So I've lived with people, you know, had friends in my life and roommates. It's like, and people that know me. Like there's one that lives in Billings. You know me really good, and you know that I don't hassle people like that. I mean, oh, I'm a badass. I will do some shit if you do, you know, that type of thing. But other than that, I'm just not like that, you know. So anybody, I mean, anyway, yeah, anybody would get like that. So, hey, peace and love, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope God goes into these people's hearts. And, well, one little MFer showed up in that live stream, and it's just like a dark vibe. And it's like, okay, brother, whatever, brother. Okay, bye, brother. I'm out of here. I went back, though, and I'm like trying to talk to Richard, and it's like, you know, I hope he understands, because I thought we were pretty close friends, and maybe he'll realize that too. And Robin remembers that too. When you'd go over there, I'm the one who told you about Richie, remember? But anyway, and you'll remember how Richie and I were talking, and how you felt. And I remember, and you know what I'm talking about. So we'll just leave it there. So anyway, games people play. Maybe they didn't realize, maybe they do. Other than that, that's on you. So talk to y'all later. Thank you for joining me.